reckless, chasing dreams in the dark, writing our names in the sky, carving hope in our hearts. You said stay, like the world wouldn't change, like love was a promise time couldn't erase. Late night talks on an old bedroom floor, swearing we'd never become once before. I believed every word that you said, built my future on things in your head. We had plans we were so sure about, but love doesn't always work out. We were almost forever, almost the end, almost a love that time couldn't bend. I held on tighter when you let go, falling apart, but you didn't know. We were almost forever, almost enough, almost a lifetime, almost a love. Now all that's left of what we used to be is you and me, almost forever. Your clothes are gone, but the silence stayed. Every corner still whispers your name. I rehearse conversations alone with someone who's already moved on. You learn how to live without me. I learn how lonely forever can be. They say love fades, but they never explain how memories still feel like pain. You found peace, I found the truth, that letting go hurts worse than losing you. We were almost forever, almost the end, almost a love that time couldn't bend. I held on tighter when you let go, falling apart, but you didn't know. We were almost forever, almost enough, almost a lifetime, almost in love. Now all that's left of what we used to be is you and me, almost forever. I still drive past places we'd go, like the world forgot we said hello. I smile for strangers, lie to my friends, say I'm okay, but it depends on the night, on the song, on the rain, on how loud my heart screams your name. Some days I breathe, some days I break, still learning what healing takes. If loving you was my biggest mistake, I'd still make it even knowing the ache, because losing you showed me the truth. Some hearts love deeper than they're meant to. We didn't fail, we just fell apart. Two good souls with breaking hearts. We tried our best, but love still slipped through fingers we thought would never quit. We were almost forever, almost so real, almost a love I could still feel. I would have stayed through every storm. You were already halfway gone. We were almost forever, almost our time, almost a reason, almost a sign. Now I'm learning to live with the pain of loving you in an almost way. Maybe in another life, another time, we finish the story we left behind. But here and now, I finally see we were never forever, just almost forever. Forever. I wake up with your silence lying heavy on my chest. Every dream still calls your name, but I answer with regret. I walk through days like glass, careful not to fall you're tearing up my heart. I'm not okay, but I'm still here. That's a truth I won't deny. I'm broken but breathing, still standing on my knees. I lost who I was, trying to be what you need. My heart's barely beating, but it hasn't given in. I'm shattered inside, yet I'm broken but breathing. I packed away the memories, but they keep finding me. Every song, every street feels like where we used to be. You said time would heal the damage, like love was just a phase. But you don't know what it costs to survive these empty days. I learned how to hide the pain, but I still feel everything. I'm broken but breathing, still holding on somehow. I scream in the silence, but I don't make a sound. My faith keeps on shaking every time I give in. I'm falling apart, yet I'm broken but breathing. If this is what surviving means, then why does it hurt this much? I gave you all the best of me, and you just gave up. I don't need you to come back, I just need to understand how love can leave a soul alive, but kill who I am. I'm broken but breathing, still here after it all. I've learned how to crawl when I can't stand tall. My heart keeps on bleeding, but it still believes that one day I'll live, not just broken but breathing. I'm not healed, I'm not free, but I'm still here, broken but breathing. The lights are low, the air feels thin. I hear you laugh where I've been. This house still breaks the things we said. Every wall remembers us instead. I walk the halls we used to fill with midnight dreams and cheap red wine. Now every step just proves again you left your ghost behind. I talk to silence like it's you, pretend it knows what I've been through. There are echoes in an empty room. Every sound still leads to you. I call your name, it answers back with memories I can't unpack. I thought I'd heal, I thought I'd move, but love still lives in every bruise. There I goes in an empty room. Your sweater hangs behind the door, like you might walk in once more. I never touched it, never moved, afraid I'd lose the last of you. The bed is wide, the nights are long. I sleep beside a broken song. The clock keeps time, but not my heart. It's stuck where you still are. They say I'll learn to let you go, but nobody hears what I know. There are echoes in an empty room. Every sound still leads to you. I call your name, it answers back. Those memories I can't unpack. I thought I'd heal, I thought I'd move, but love still lives in every bruise. There are echoes in an empty room. I see your face in passing cars, and strangers' eyes, and falling stars. It's cruel how love can stay this real when nothing else is left to feel. I don't miss the way we felt, I miss believing we were well. I miss the future we designed, but still exists inside my mind. If I could burn these walls down, I'd still hear you in the sound. If I leave, if I stay, your memory won't fade away. Some loves don't leave when people do. They haunt the space you once moved through, and I'm still here calling your name in rooms that never sound the same. There are echoes in an empty room, shadows shape plotting me and you. I try to scream but whisper instead all the things we never said. I know someday I'll learn to move, but tonight I'm breaking through. All the echoes in this empty room. When the noise of the world is gone, you're the loudest thing I know. Just echoes in an empty room, still calling me home. Still calling me home. I watched you walk away that night, your silhouette fading in the light. You said goodbye like it could heal, but it didn't touch the way I feel. I still hear you laugh in my mind, see the love we left behind. I try to move, I try to breathe, but every corner still holds your grief. You left without looking back, and I'm stuck counting all I lack. Goodbye wasn't enough to erase your love from me. I still feel your touch in every memory. I try to forget, I try to be strong, but your shadow lingers all night long. Goodbye wasn't enough to heal this broken heart. I drive past the streets we knew, where every step Goodbye wasn't enough to erase your love from me. I still feel your touch in every memory. I try to forget, I try to be strong, but your shadow lingers all night long. Goodbye wasn't enough to heal this broken heart. I give anything to hear you say that we're not over, that you'd stay. But some loves are only half-lived, and some hearts keep more to give. I whisper your name into the dark, even knowing it won't leave a mark. If leaving hurt you, I hope you see it hurt me more than you'll ever believe. Goodbye wasn't enough to wipe the love we knew. I still feel it inside, even when I try to hide. I fought to move, I fought to be strong, but your absence sings my sorrowed song. Goodbye wasn't enough to heal this broken heart. Some endings leave you torn. Goodbye wasn't enough to bring me back from the storm. Gave you everything I had, every good thing, every bad. I laid my soul into your hands and trusted you'd understand. I built my life around your name, called your distance just a phase. I felt you slipping every night, but I was scared to face the light. I held on tight when you let go, loving you in quiet hope. Now I've got half a heart left, the rest is still with you. I try to move on, try to forget, but I don't know how to lose what I gave you. Honestly, you took it when you left. I'm still breathing somehow, with only half a heart left. Your side of the bed stays cold, like a story never told. I hear your voice in empty rooms, in broken songs and midnight blues. They say I'll heal with time somehow, but time just shows me where you're not. I smile in front of everyone, then cry when I'm alone. I don't miss the fights or pain, I miss believing you would stay. Now I've got half a heart left, the rest is still with you. I try to move on, try to forget, but I don't know how to lose what I gave you. Honestly, you took it when you left. I'm still breathing somehow, with only half a heart left. I loved you more than I loved me, called it fate, called it destiny. I ignored the signs, I crossed the line, just to keep you by my side. I don't blame you for walking away, I blame myself for begging you to stay. I lost my strength, trying to hold a love that was already cold. If loving you was my mistake, I'd still choose it even with the ache. Because you were real, you were my home, even if I ended up alone. Some hearts don't shatter all at once, they break in parts, they lose their pulse. And now I'm standing in the wreck, trying Maybe one day I'll love again, but not like this, not back then. I gave you all I had to give. Now I'll protect what's left to live. Have a heart left, still trying to beat. Reach for you in the dead of night, but your shadow's gone just out of sight. We held each other through fading days. Now your warmth is just a haze. I whispered stay when you turned away, clinging to words you didn't say. I thought love could conquer the pain, but I'm left with nothing to remain. It slipped through my hands. Love turned to air, no one understands. I'm holding on to nothing, grasping at a ghost of you. Every memory, every touch feels like it's breaking in two. I try to fight, I try to stay, but your love is gone. It's tearing me in two. The house is quiet, but my heart's loud. Every corner whispers of what we vowed. I see your smile in photographs, but it's just a picture, nothing lasts. I traced your name in fading light, pray that love would make it right. But hope has left, the bed is cold. I can't fix what's already gone. I tried to mend what couldn't be saved. I loved too much, I gave too brave. I'm holding on to nothing, grasping at a ghost of you. Every memory, every touch feels like it's breaking. I try to fight, I try to stay, but your love has gone away. I'm holding on to nothing, and it's tearing me in two. If love was enough, I'd still have you here, but dreams turn to silence, nothing's clear. I give my heart, I give my all, but sometimes love just lets you fall. I close my eyes, I feel the ache of loving someone I can't take. I stay too long, I hope too deep. Now I'm awake while the world sleeps. I'm holding on to nothing, hoping for a sign of you. Every whisper, every shadow reminds me love won't come through. I gave my all, I gave my soul, but losing you has left a hole. I'm holding on to nothing, and it's breaking me in two. Some hearts love what they can't keep. I stay too long, now I weep, holding on to nothing, and nothing holds me. I watch the light drifted apart. I felt the distance steal your heart. I held your hand through empty nights, whispered hope that we'd be alright. But every word I said fell through. A love I thought was strong but never knew. I tried to fight what I couldn't see, blind to the cracks between you and me. I lost you slowly, day by day, watching our love quietly slip away. I tried to hold on, I tried to stay, but I lost you slowly. And in every way, the smiles we shared turned into tears. The warmth we knew disappeared. I loved you fiercely, I loved you truly, but I lost you slowly. I remember mornings with your face, coffee cups, soft laughter, warm embrace. Now the silence fills the rooms we shared. I speak to ghosts, but you're not there. I replay moments I can't undo, the fights I lost, the words I knew. I should have held you when you needed me, but I let go of what I couldn't see. I stayed too long in your fading glow, not knowing love could hurt me so. I lost you slowly, day by day, watching our love vanish out of sight. I gave you everything, my all, my fight, but I lost you slowly. And it feels like life, the dreams we dreamed, our memories, the laughter we shared is history. I loved you fiercely, I loved you truly, but I lost you slowly. Some hearts fade without a sound. I lost you slowly, still holding on. I felt it coming, but I stayed. Ignored the signs I couldn't face. You were right beside my side, but somewhere else inside your mind. I asked you how you really felt. You said I'm fine, but nothing else. I learned your silence way too well. It rang like truth I couldn't tell. I can't believe in love was there, but I was the only one who cared. tone. The nights you'd rather be on your phone. Your touch felt distant, almost gone, like loving me was moving on. I blame myself for every crack, for all the things we couldn't patch. I stayed quiet just to keep you near, even when I felt you disappear. You stopped fighting, I pretended that our story wasn't ending. I loved alone again while you were drifting away. I held us both together while you slowly let me fade. I gave you everything I am, hoping you'd understand, but if you were brave, but you stayed just enough to keep me hoping you still want me someday. Some loves don't end with goodbye, they end when one heart stops trying. And I kept giving, kept believing while you were already leaving. I loved alone again, and it broke me in the end. I carried until I couldn't stand. I loved you more than you loved me. That's the truth I couldn't bend. I promised myself I'd never do it, but I loved alone again. I didn't lose you suddenly, I lost you piece by piece, and now I'm standing here alone, learning how to love me. I loved alone again. I watched you laugh from across the room, holding words I never used. Every smile you gave away felt like mine, but I couldn't say. I learned your moods, your favorite songs. I stayed quiet when it felt so wrong. You leaned on me when nights got hard. I held my heart, played my part. I was there but never seen, loving you in between. I loved you in silence, I loved you alone. Every feeling I bury, every tear I've known. You never noticed the way I broke every time you said his name out loud. I stayed quiet, I stayed kind while you were never really mine. I loved you in silence, and it's killing me now. I memorized the way you cried, wiped your tears, said you'll be fine. I swallowed words that begged to stay, so you could love someone else that way. I smiled when you told me lies, said you were okay. I know you weren't inside. I chose your peace over my truth, losing myself, loving you. I hid my heart behind a smile, dying slowly all this while. I loved you in silence, I loved you alone. Every feeling I buried, every tear I'd known. You never noticed the way I broke. Every time you said his name out loud, I stayed quiet, I stayed kind, while you were never really mine. I loved you in silence, and it's killing me now. If I had spoken, would you stay, or would I still watch you walk away? Some no's are never meant to be said, they live and die inside your head. I loved you in silence, I paid the price, gave you my heart without asking twice. Now I'm learning how to let you go from a love you'll never know. I was there when you needed me, but you never needed me the same. I loved you in silence, and I lost you that way. If loving you was my only sin, I'd still do it all I felt the cracks before they showed, ignored the signs I always knew. I made excuses for your silence, called it love when it wasn't true. I waited up past the midnight hours, convincing myself you'd call. I learned how to live on maybes, afraid to lose you at all. I kept hoping you'd change somehow, while losing pieces of me right now. I stayed too long when love was already gone. I held on tight to what we were while you were moving on. I gave my heart past the breaking point, just to keep us strong. I should've left when it started hurting, but I stayed too long. I laughed it off when you pulled away, said I was fine like I believed. I took the blame for your distance, wore your guilt on my sleeve. You stopped asking how I felt, I stopped asking you to stay. We both knew where this was going, but I was scared to say I was loving you alone, calling loneliness a home. I stayed too long when love was already gone. I held on tight to what we were while you were moving on. I gave my heart past the breaking point, But I gave up my whole life. I confused your absence with patience, hope, and time. If leaving hurt like hell back then, staying killed me slow. Some goodbyes of mercy, wish I'd known what I know. I stayed too long, now I'm learning how to breathe, picking up the pieces you never saw in me. Didn't leave because I stopped loving you. I left because I finally loved me too. I remember how you used to look at me like I was home, like I was enough. You held my hand, but not the same way. Your touch got lighter, your words got rough. You said you were just tired lately, said life had you feeling strange. So I stayed quiet, I stayed patient. I waited while you changed. I waited while you changed, while your heart walked miles away. I kept loving the same, while you slowly slipped away. I stood still in the rain, thinking you'd turn back someday. But I waited while you changed, and I'm the one who stayed. You stopped asking how I was, stopped saying my name out loud. You were there but never present, even silence felt too loud. I learned how to read your distance, like it was written on your face. Every day you loved me less, I waited just in case. I thought faith could save us both. I didn't know I was alone. I waited while you changed, while your heart walked miles away. I kept loving the same, while you slowly slipped away. I stood still in the rain, thinking you'd turn back someday. But I waited while you changed, and I'm the one who stayed. If you were falling out of love, why didn't you tell me then? I would have cried, I would have broken, but at least I'd understand. Instead you let me keep believing in something already gone. I held on to the version of you that you had moved on from. I waited while you changed, while your eyes looked past my face. I kept choosing your name while you erased our place. I gave you all my faith, every hope, every prayer. But I waited while you changed, and you didn't wait there. Oh, now I'm learning how to leave what you already let go. I waited while you changed and loved you all alone. Gave you the best of who I was, every promise, every trust. I built my world around your name. Now I don't recognize the place. I stayed when walking would have been easy. Loved you hard when you barely needed me. I learned your pain before my own. Now I'm standing here alone. I poured my heart till there was nothing left. Didn't know love could feel like theft. Love left me empty, nothing inside. I held you together while I came undone inside. You took my forever and left me the night. I'm still breathing, but barely alive. Love left me empty. Your voice still lives in my head, says things you don't mean anymore. I replay moments we never fixed, like wounds I keep reopening. They say time heals, but time just shows how deep the cracks in my heart still go. I smile in rooms full of light, then break down alone at night. I lost myself trying to be enough. Now even breathing feels too much. Love left me empty, nothing inside. I held you together while I came undone inside. You took my forever and left me the night. I'm still breathing, but barely alive. Love left me empty. I see couples holding hands and wonder who I used to be. I miss the girl, boy, who believed love was safe, love was free. I trusted you with all my scars. You turned them into open parts. I don't blame you, I blame my heart for loving past the dark. If loving you was my only crime, I still do it every time. But some love take more than they give and leave you forgetting how to live. And I don't hate you, I just take from every piece you didn't take. You walked away, I stayed the same, holding love without a name. Love left me empty, but I stayed strong, carrying silence where your voice belongs. You took my forever and made it alive. Now I'm learning how to survive. Love left me empty. Maybe one day I'll feel full again, but tonight I'm still learning how to mend. Love didn't break me completely, but love left me empty. Held the door when you walked away, still hoping you would turn around. I heard your voice growing distant, but I never made a sound. You said love shouldn't feel heavy, that it's okay to let things go. So I carried all the weight alone and let you leave me slow. I kept choosing us every day, while you already chose Loved you with a heart that stayed. You loved me just enough to fade. I bled in silence, gave you space. You never asked how much it ached. I fought for us with all I had, but you just watched me fall apart. I lost myself, you turned your back to a love that didn't fight back. You stopped reaching for my hand, said nothing was really wrong, but absence has a way of speaking, even when it's calm. I learned how to lower my needs so you wouldn't feel trapped. I broke myself into pieces for a love that never clapped. I called it patience, called it grace, but it was fear of losing your face. I loved you with a heart that stayed. You loved me just enough to fade. I cried alone, I made you space. I never saw how much it ached. I fought for us with all I had, while you just slowly pulled back. I lost myself, you turned your back to a love that didn't fight back. If love is war, I went unarmed, laid my heart down on the ground. You walked away without a scar, while I'm still bleeding out. I don't hate you, I still care. That's the part that hurts the most. You didn't mean to break me, you just never loved me close. I loved you when it hurt to stay. You left the moment it got hard. I gave you all my faith, you guarded only your heart. I screamed for us without a sound. You never felt the need to act. I gave my life, you never fought back. I loved you, but you didn't fight back. Maybe one day you'll understand what it cost me to let you go. I survived the love that didn't fight back, but I loved you like it did. We left too many words unsaid. Let silence choose the things we meant. We taped the cracks instead of healing, called it love, but we were bleeding. I learned how to read your face, knew the storm you never named. We kept saying we're okay, while slowly drifting anyway. We knew something wasn't right, but we were scared to start the fight. I'm missing what we never fixed, all the fights we didn't face, every sorry left unsaid, every tear we saved for later days. We loved, we hurt, we coexist with all the pain we tried to skip. I'm missing what we never fixed. would end. You turned away, I bit my tongue. Two lonely hearts pretending strong. We promised time would work it out, but time just showed us all our doubts. We stayed together out of fear, not out of love, not out of clear. We kept the peace, we paid the cost. Now I'm grieving what we lost. I'm missing what we never fixed, all the fights we didn't face, every sorry left unsaid, every tear we saved for later days. We loved, we hurt, we coexist with all the pain we tried to skip. I'm missing what we never fixed. I see your name, I hesitate, wonder if it's still too late. If I called, would you reply? Or has that door already died? I don't miss the way it ended, I miss the chance we never took, the healing we were too afraid of, the ending we never wrote. If we had broken, maybe healed, instead we learned how not to feel. We chose comfort over truth. Now I'm alone, missing you. I would have fought if you had stayed, I would have changed if you had said. But love can't live on almost, and we lived on almost instead. I'm missing what we never fixed, the love we left unfinished, the courage that we never found to turn it all around. I still carry every what if, every night I can't forget. I'm not missing you the most, I'm missing what we never fixed. Some loves don't end in goodbye, they end in silence and regret. Midnight on the bedroom floor, phone still glowing in my hand. Type your name, then erase it, like I don't still understand. Your picture's fading in the frame, but not inside my head. Every promise that you made sleeps beside me in this bed. I tell myself I'm getting strong, but the nights prove me wrong. My tears, my name, they fall every time I pretend I'm okay. I can smile through the day, but at night all the truth breaks away. I don't call, I don't chase, but my heart still remembers your face. I may never say it out loud, but my tears know your name. I walk past places we once were, like strangers passing by. Our shadows still hold hands even after your goodbye. I packed up all your letters, said I'm done reliving pain, but grief has a memory and it whispers you again. I've learned how to let you go, just not how to be alone. My tears know your name, they fall like rain, I can't escape. I've forgiven, I've prayed, but the ache still refuses to fade. I don't scream, I don't fight, I just cry in the dark every night. I don't need you to stay, but my tears know your name. One day I'll say your name, and it won't hurt the same. But tonight, my tears still know your name. The room is dark, the clock won't move. I stare at shadows shaped like you. Your side of the past still feels so real, like you might come back if I don't heal. My phone lights up, but it's not you. Just another night I'm going through. I replay words I should have said. Now they're screaming in my head. The word of the sleep, but I'm wide awake, drowning in the love we couldn't save. I'm still crying at midnight, calling your name in the dark. I try to be strong till daylight, but the pain comes back when it's quiet and cold. You said we'd be forever, now forever feels so far. I smile all day like I'm alright, but I'm still crying at midnight. I pass your street like I don't care, but every memory's waiting there. Your laugh still lives inside my chest, like a song that won't forget. Everyone says time will heal, but time don't know how this feels. I gave you more than I should have done. Now I'm the only broken one. I learned how to breathe without your touch, but the nights when it hurts too much, I'm still crying at midnight, calling your name in the dark. I try to be strong till daylight, but the felt it in the way you sighed, like loving me had turned to weight. You stared at walls instead of me, like you were already gone that day. We sat together on the same old couch, but miles were growing in between. I talked about fixing everything. You nodded like you didn't hear a thing. Fighting for us alone. Didn't know I was already on my own. It was the night you stopped trying. I saw it in your eyes. You didn't say goodbye, you just let us die. I kept holding on, still believing, while you were letting go. You broke my heart without a sound. The night you stopped trying. I asked you if we'd be okay. You said I don't know, looked away. That silence hurt more than the truth, more than any cruel thing you could do. I replay that moment in my head, wondering what I could have said. But love shouldn't beg to stay alive, and mine was doing that every night. You stopped meeting me halfway, and I kept loving anyway. It was the night you stopped trying. I saw it in your eyes. You didn't say goodbye, you just let us die. I kept holding on, still believing, while you were letting go. You broke my heart without a sound. The night you stopped trying. You still slept beside me that night, but you felt colder than goodbye. Your hand was there, your heart was not, and that hurt more than if you left the spot. I didn't cry, I didn't scream, just felt my whole world quietly leave. Some endings don't come with a fight, they come with someone giving up inside. If I had known that was the end, I would have held you like I meant it. I would have said the words I save, instead of watching love decay. You didn't leave, you didn't run, you just stopped being in love. And I stayed there, loving you through something I couldn't undo. It was the night you stopped trying, and I felt my heart cave in. I begged the dark for one more chance, but you were already done. I would have fought, I would have changed, I would have given you my all. But love can't live when only one still wants it all. I don't hate you for walking away, I hate that you stayed just long enough to break me, because I still remember the pain of the night you stopped trying. watched their love fade every night. Your hand in mine felt far away, like something we forgot to say. We smiled for friends, we played our part, two strangers sharing one old heart. I felt you slipping bit by bit, but love made me ignore it. No slam doors, no goodbye scene, just silence growing in between. We broke quietly, no sound, no tears to see, just hearts learning how to bleed in the dark so silently. We broke quietly, like a promise losing air, still standing right beside you, but already not there. We stopped asking, are you okay? Started choosing words to say. I'd swallow pain to keep the peace. You look away for some relief. Your eyes stopped searching out for mine. Love ran out of things to find. We slept so close, yet worlds apart, holding on but falling hard. We didn't mean to let it die, we just stopped trying to survive. We broke quietly, no sound, no tears to see, just hearts learning how to bleed in the dark so silently. We broke quietly, like a promise losing there, still standing right beside you, but already not there. I replay moments late at night, wonder where we lost the light. If I had fought, would you have stayed, or were we always bound this way? You moved on like nothing changed. I stayed stuck in all the pain, trying to grieve a love that died while we were still alive. I would have screamed if that meant us, I would have burned just to feel your touch, but loving you became pretend. Two broken souls afraid to end. We didn't fall, we just let go, without a word, without a show. No one saw it come undone, not even us, not even us. We broke quietly, but the damage still remains. Every memory, every name still echoes in my veins. We broke quietly, but I hear it every night, the sound of love disappearing in the silence of goodbye. No last words, no final plea, just you without me. And we broke quietly. We were laughing just the night before, talking like we always did. You said see you in the morning, like nothing ever would end. Your jacket still hangs by the door, your cup's still by the sink. I keep replaying yesterday, trying to find the missing link. No cracks, no goodbye signs, just a love that crossed the line. You left without warning, no reasons, no never said you left without warning, and took my future with you when you left. I searched your eyes for honesty, but I trusted every lie. I thought love would at least explain before it said goodbye. You didn't slam a door or scream, you didn't make it clear. You just erased yourself from us and left me standing here. I would have fought if I'd known, but you chose to leave alone. You left without warning, no reasons, no sound. One minute you were here, the next you weren't around. I'm holding on to questions that echo in my head. You left without warning and took my future with you when you left. Now every message feels unfinished, every memory feels wrong. I don't know how to grieve a love that didn't feel gone. They say closure comes with time, but time just makes me see that you had already left long before you left me. If you were falling out of love, why didn't you let me know? I would have held you closer instead of letting go. Some endings need a reason, some hearts need truth to heal, but you walked away in silence and left me with what I feel. You left without warning, and I felt my world collapse. No last kiss, no final fight, just a future turned to past. I was ready to fight for us, ready to stay till the end, but you left without warning, and I don't know how to begin again. If loving you was my mistake, I'd still make it anyway. I just wish you'd warn my heart before you walked away. You left without warning, and I'm still here. I knew the truth, but closed my eyes every time you crossed the line. I called it love, I called it fate, just to give you one more day. I bent myself till I broke in two, made excuses just to stay with you. I learned your storms, your darkest days, let them wash me all away. I wore your pain like it was mine, calling damage being kind. You were my weakness, I was your shield. I gave you parts of me I never healed. I stayed when I should have run, loved you more than anyone. You were my weakness. didn't know it meant my life. You were my weakness, I was your shield. I gave you parts of me I never healed. I stayed when I should have run, loved you more than anyone. You were my weakness, and I paid the cost. Now I see me in the mirror and I barely recognize, and I miss the strength I used to have before I let you in. I don't hate you, I just hate from the choices I did make. I loved you hard, I loved you true, but I forgot to love me too. If I had walked when I felt the doubt, I wouldn't be learning how to live without. But some lessons cost your heart before you learn where you should start. I don't regret the love I gave, I regret the pieces I couldn't save. You didn't break me, but it's true, I broke myself trying to hold on to you. You were my weakness, but I'm still here, learning how to stand alone without your fear. I loved you deeper than my pain, and I won't do that again. You were my weakness, but I found my strength. I didn't lose myself in love by mistake. I lost myself because I was afraid. You were my weakness, but now my end. I hear your name in a crowded room, and my heart forgets how to move. It used to feel like coming home, now it feels like being alone. Every letter sounds the same, but none of them call me the way you did. I try to breathe, I try to smile, but I'm breaking in a little while. I thought time would shut the door, but it just reminds me more. Your name hurts now, like a scar I can't touch. It used to mean everything, now it means too much. I say I'm fine, but I don't know how. Every time someone says it out loud, your name hurts now. I still remember how you said mine, like it was something you'd never leave behind. Now you say it for someone new, like I was never part of you. I erase messages, save the pain, delete the photos, keep the blame. I tell myself I moved on somehow, but I still feel you every time. I promise myself I'd be okay, but healing's slower than they say. Your name hurts now, like a scar I can't touch. It used to mean everything, now it means too much. I say I'm fine, but I don't know how. Every time someone says it out loud, your name hurts now. Maybe one day it won't break me, maybe it'll just be a sound, but tonight is still the truth. That love doesn't fade, it just quiets down. Your name hurts now, but I still say it alone in empty still my